Good morning, girls. I will take up now two more questions from the exercise 6.2, and this is question number 6, which I have drawn diagram here. Now you can see that PQ, it's given that PQ is parallel to RS, and these are the two mirrors which are parallel to each other, placed parallel to each other. Now AB is a ray which is incident on the mirror PQ. When the ray gets incident, it gets reflected at BC. So I will make an arrow here as a reflected ray. And when this ray strikes this mirror RS, it again gets reflected. So this is again a reflected ray. Okay. Now to prove that, what is given? It is given that PQ is parallel to RS. These are the two mirrors, right? Then we have to prove that AB is parallel to CD. AB is parallel to CD. Now what will happen when I look at these angles, this one and this one, I will name it as 1 and 2, and this angle I name it as 3 and 4, right? Because it is convenient for us to name the angles and solve the question. Now according to the law of reflection, you know that according to the law of reflection, angle 1 will be equal to angle 2, right? The reason is I is equal to R, right? So I name this as equation 1. Then angle 3 is equal to angle 4, and this is equation 2, the same reason I is equal to R, right? Now these perpendiculars, these normals which are not given in the question, I have drawn these normals, right? You know the normal is a line which is perpendicular to the mirror. So when these perpendiculars, I'll explain you here, like these two are mirrors or these two are parallel lines, and this is the perpendicular, this is also the perpendicular. You know perpendicular means 90 degree. So we can say that these two perpendiculars form co-interior angles and they are supplementary, hence these lines will be parallel. I hope it is clear to you what I said. The two lines parallel to each other, these are perpendiculars. Because these are perpendiculars, the co-interior angles will be supplementary, hence these perpendiculars will also become parallel to each other, right? Now when I say these are parallel, so if I name this as BM and CN, right? Now BM will be parallel to CN, right? Now BM is parallel to CN means which angle is equal? Angle 2 is equal to angle 3, right? Which angles are these? Alternate interior angles. So I will write angle 2 is equal to angle 3. This is equation number 3. Now I have got three equations here. I will add the three equations, angle 1, angle 3 plus angle 2, and here I add angle 2 plus angle 4 plus angle 3. Okay. Now as you can see on the left side and the right side, some angles are similar. I can cancel this, and here I get angle 1 is equal to angle 4, right? Now which angle? Angle 1 is equal to angle 4. Now as we know that we've got one more equation, I will name it as equation 4. Now I will again add equation 3 and equation 4. When I add 3 and 4, equation 3 and 4, I add equation 3 and 4, I will get angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to angle 3 plus angle 4. Understood what I have done? These are the two equations for I is equal to R, then 2 is equal to 3 because the two lines are parallel to each other. Then when I add the three equations, I get angle 1 is equal to angle 4. Now when I add again the two equation 3 and equation 4, I will get 1 plus 2 is equal to 3 plus 4. Now what is angle 1 plus 2? Angle 1 plus 2 is angle ABC. So I will write here angle ABC. This is ABC. And this is equal to which angle? BCD. 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 Now when you look at the figure again, ABC and BCD are which angles? Alternate interior angles. So when the alternate interior angles are equal, we can straight away write AB is parallel to CD. Okay, where is AB? This is AB and this is parallel to CD because these alternate interior angles are equal and hence the lines are parallel. Okay, so this completes your question number 6. I hope the points are clear to you. These are the two parallel mirrors. We draw two perpendiculars which are called normals. When these normals are taken here, 1 will be equal to 2, 3 will be equal to 4, and what? When I take the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection, then yes, when I add these three equations, I get 1 is equal to 4. When 1 is equal to 4, then again I add 3 and 4, and then straight away I get angle ABC is equal to angle BCD, which are alternate interior angles. Okay, and therefore we write AB is parallel to CD. So if you have any doubt in this question, you can ask me and I can explain you again. Right? Now, we take up example number 5. Example 4 is also given, it is easy, but let us take this one. Now it is saying that these are two lines PQ and what? RS. PQ and RS are the two lines given in which AD is a transversal. Where is a transversal? AD is a transversal. Now BE is the bisector. B is the bisector of which angle? ABQ. ABQ, right? And CG is the bisector of which angle? BCS. Okay, it is a bisector of angle BCS. Now we have to, okay, one more point is given that B is parallel to CG. BE is parallel to CG. So we have 2 points for BE and CG. BE and CG are bisectors, as well as BE and CG are parallel to each other. Okay, so again for our convenience I will name the angles 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I will write here 1, 2, this I will write it as 3, and this I write it as 4. Okay, now we have to prove that what is parallel? PQ is parallel to RS. Now to prove PQ parallel to RS, we can prove that these are corresponding angles and they are equal. Okay, so what we can do is we will write angle ABE, that is angle 1. Okay, angle 1 is equal to, okay, angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Why? Angle 3. Angle 1 is equal to angle 3 because these are the parallel lines, and these are the parallel lines, and these are what angles? Corresponding angles. 1 will be equal to 3. Now what is 1? 1 is half of angle ABQ. So we will write angle 1, I will write half of angle ABQ. Okay, and what is angle 3? Half of angle BCS. Half of angle BCS. Right? Now, when halves of any angles are equal, we can cancel half and half. I will write angle ABQ is equal to angle BCS. Okay, BCS. So here you can see the diagram again. ABQ is equal to BCS. Now when I say ABQ is equal to BCS, we mean that this whole angle is equal to this whole angle, right? When these two angles are equal, the corresponding angles are equal, then these lines will be parallel. So we can write angle ABQ is equal to BCS, which we have proved here, and here we are right, they are corresponding angles, right? Corresponding angles. And since the corresponding angles are equal, we can write therefore the lines are parallel, therefore PQ is parallel to RS. Okay, so I hope the proof is clear to you. We will take 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and then we'll proceed with that. Because these bisectors are parallel to each other, therefore 1 will be equal to 3. We don't need 2 and 4, actually we can only take 1 and 3, or we can only take 2 and 4. Just for the naming I have taken. And what next? Because these are parallel lines, these are corresponding angles 1 and 3. Now 1 is half of angle ABQ, 3 is half of angle BCS, and when halves are written, this side half and half I cancel. I get ABQ is equal to angle BCS, and because they are corresponding angles and they are equal, hence I can straight away write that BQ is parallel to RS, and this completes your example number 5. Now children, you will complete this exercise 6.2 in your notebook, and when you are solving these questions you will write proper statements with proper reasons, means whatever reason that statement means this fits in. You complete this exercise, and if you have any doubt you can ask me, okay? And that means next week I will start with the new exercise 6.3, and if there are any properties related to it I will explain that also, okay? Now thank you, complete your work and have a nice day.